So early this morning, as I turn on my phone, I see this Ghanaian man crashing out on Tatu Ramaphosa's internet.
Everyone, welcome back. Guys, have you seen this viral video of a Ghanaian accusing Snow, actually saying Ghana brought civilization to South Africa? Hey, what have I not seen on this social media? Ghanaian said that the one that brought civilization to South Africa. And I am asking, what happened to their country? Why did they not put that civilization in their country rather than taking it to South Africa, since as they are so civilized? Anyways, guys, if you're new on this channel, please do it to like, share, and subscribe. And listen to this banger. Our sister had to respond to this video of Ghanaians claiming they were the one that civilized South Africa. Guys, listen to what she have to say. And please don't forget to hit the subscription button. Thank you.
I'm going out, guys. Gabanda at Johannesburg. So let me tell you this quickly. So I'm like, let me just listen because this crash out is hard. So this man is about maybe my dad's age, crashing out because Njalo every day, each and every day, we see men. Yes, I hardly see women, but we see men crashing out on the internet about South Africans, men who are not from South Africa. This one happened to me from Ghana, and I watched and I just had a very big disappointment. Anyway, so this man says that South Africa, Ghanaians brought civilization to South Africa. Ghanaians and Mozambicans and Zimbabweans and Nigerians brought civilization to South Africa. Now, he goes on to say that he's been around us and we live like dogs. And Nelson Mandela went to Ghana begging for money so that so that he could release us from apartheid, so that we could stop being treated like dogs. There's just dogs in this chat. So anyway, now I've been to Ghana. I've never been to Mozambique, Nigeria, or the other one, Zimbabwe, but I've been to Ghana. So let me tell you a story quickly, and please stick around this video. It's gonna be longish, but I wanna take you through my journey of Ghana. Since he said Uti Ghana brought civilization to South Africa, I've been to Ghana. It's true. Ghana brought civilization to South Africa. Let me take you through my journey to Ghana. In 2014, a friend of mine, Terence from New York, says to me, Lulu, let's meet in Ghana. I'm going to visit a friend of mine, Kwame. Let's meet in Ghana. So, because I'm good babes, I get on a flight, I fly to Ghana, Accra to be exact. I land in Accra, and guys, yabona civilization impucuko uyibona e-airport usalenda mntaka dead. When you land at the airport, that's where you start seeing civilization. So my journey of civilization that Ghana brought to South Africa started at the airport. First of all, the airport was so chaotic. Being a whole queue, I don't remember seeing a queue when I landed at that airport. A queue, just a queue, a mere queue. Okay. Secondly, we went to live in this 3-bedroom villa. My friend Terence had booked this 3-bedroom villa. Guys, if villa yakhona yainama curtains, not curtains, curtains. I don't know that material. Njayilibali igama layo. Yabona le ebangathi see through. Consistently, there was no electricity. Kwakune generator. The roads, whenever we would travel, nje sihamba and khumbula ngibona i-concrete or kuthiwa intoni like a tar road. That's how civilized Ghana is. Look, the people with civilization, and that bring civilization to other countries must be civilized. So they didn't even have a tar road. There was no electricity all the time. When I was there, there was a generator. Half of the time, like electricity, basically, bone. Then we went on to, as we were traveling, I remember there was a time when we were going to a mall, and on our way to a mall, on those dusty roads with no tar, we saw people abangama vendors in the streets. You know how when you are driving around Johannesburg, you'll see like in the robots, people will be selling chargers, they'll be selling cold drinky and maybe other things like caps. In Ghana, I saw men carrying dogs on their heads, selling dogs, and women selling opobi, selling imgodoi, selling otoki. That man went on to say, Uti, South Africans are stupid. They are stupid. You know? I don't even think indoda ingena jwabu in South Africa. Like, I know a closer man wouldn't be carrying a dog on their heads and selling it in the streets, but let alone a man who's not even circumcised in South Africa. I don't even foresee a man who's not circumcised carrying a dog on their heads, selling it in the streets. And yet he says Utatu Nelson Mandela went to Ghana to go and beg for money so that us could be liberated, us could stop being treated like dogs. That's how civilized Ghana is. Men sell dogs in the streets. Then we went to the mall on our way, you know, passing those men selling dogs, Besia a mall. The only civilized thing that I saw at those malls, I don't remember the mall Ghana like vividly, but I remember seeing game, I remember seeing checkers. Those were only stores that I saw where things made sense, like things look civilized. And where are those from? Are they not from South Africa? But they were the only things that I saw that they were civilized. I mean, he talks about, you know, white men treating South Africans like dogs. I saw when I was there, especially because we were visiting a friend, Ukwame. My friend Terence was visiting Ghana so that he could see his friend Kwame. Ukwame was one of those that have butlers go up. There was a butler which belonged to his mom. The way they treated that butler, first of all, was like they were treating a dog. We've got Tina Ama helpers in South Africa, but you will never see us treating them like the way I saw Mnabiba treat a Ghana. Before I even move on, I wanted to go back to a checkers as a game. In South Africa, checkers, even a cleaner can afford to checkers. A cleaner, you know, like a domestic worker can afford to go and shop at checkers. But Ghana, checkers was one of the most like prestigious store or civilized store that I saw. I don't even remember what else they had there, but in terms of stores that made sense, that brought civilization, were the game and the checkers. Anyway, during my stay, we would hop to restaurants, we'd go to different restaurants. There were nice restaurants, but there were restaurants, you know, like a broom, like those, I don't know how to say it in English. Those brooms, like those, like palm brooms. You can say it here in the comments by in a restaurant, Ghana. That's how civilized Ghana is, guys. And then also, my friend Terence, who is American, noticed that a lot of these people by Ghana having a fake American accent. A lot of them just had this weird fake American accent that made him feel so uncomfortable as an American. And he kept asking me, Lulu, why do they feel the need to be speaking like this? I said, I don't know. I'm from South Africa. In South Africa, we have our own accent. We don't adopt my accent wabantu. But yet now we are uncivilized, you know. And then lastly, on my way back, leaving Ghana, you know, at the airport, they were arguing ngama boarding pass. I remember a man having a boarding pass who was sitting on his. There was an argument of boarding passes inside the aeroplane coming back to South Africa. Like I've never seen, and it just felt so barbaric. Big arguisha. I don't know what's another word for barbaric. Is it not uncivilized? So that's my take on that, guys. I know this was long, but that's my take on how civilized Ghana is. You tell me what you think.